Hey guys! Welcome back to Let's Play Xenogears! Last time, we descended into Sargasso Point and obtained the final new party member in the game. This time, we are going to head to Solaris. Well, yeah, we'll get there. But first, we gotta finish some cutscenes from last time. What do you mean? What are you talking about? Are you just talking about the fact that, Dark Side? What's going on here? Satan, what are you talking about? He has a sword? Actually, yes, Satan does have a sword, and even though it's given to him now, he won't be able to use it until Disc 2, which is kind of irritating. But regardless of that, yeah, he finally gets his sword, and he well, once he starts using it, he won't be able to use his same death blows. He'll have all new death blows, and his gear will also get a sword. And that will be very, very good for Satan. Oh yeah, that makes sense. He should come. He's already been there before. He could probably help us get through some of these areas. Oh. Well, that's dark. Satan, what exactly are you planning? So yeah, Satan obviously has something else in mind for what's going to happen. That is, well, that is that. We'll deal with that when it comes to it. For now, I'm going to remove the excess gear that they have. Now that we've gotten to this point, heading into Solaris is the point of no return. So, we do want to do a few other things before we get to that point, including fast forward, because that takes forever. Hit in here, more fast forward. Jump on this one, go down to the ship. I probably should have done this all off screen, but oh well. Yeah, so this is basically the point of no return. Once we decide to head into Solaris, which we'll do by talking to the Queen, we are basically done at that point. Now, there are very few other things we can do that we haven't already done. Now, we're at Shivat, so let's leave Shivat and go mess around. Now, this is, like I said, the point of no return, so anything that you haven't finished, the 3 books in the Ethos headquarters, I guess you already had to have finished that since that's no longer really a place. Any of the other side quests, the 3 rocks, can we do anything over here? We actually can go to Fort Jasper. Look at that. I don't think I've ever gone back after the events there, because it doesn't really seem like there's a whole lot of point. Anything else that you need to do? Any other side quests? Can I land, please? Thank you. Pretty much any of them, if you want to do them, now is the time. The 3 rocks in Shivat, the 3 badges, anything like that. Actually, I didn't want to go here. I wanted to go out. Now, one person mentioned to me that, or well, one guide anyway, said that there's something to do here at this stage, even though there wasn't before. Ah, look at that. The fair's back, and I have a whole crap ton of background noise. Let me deal with that. Okay, sorry about that. Had somebody with a chainsaw outside. Go figure. Now, pretty much everything here is the same as it was when we were here a long time ago, and I already went through all that stuff. The only thing that's different is this, and this just leads to a bunch of mini-games. I haven't been able to find a list of appropriate prizes for any of these, and this is the first time that I've ever seen this area. I actually never came back here in any of my previous recordings, so yeah. This one leads to a mirror where you just look at yourself. This one leads to a mini game where you're in a big circle and you try and hit balloons as they come out of the tube in the middle through some holes. This one, you jump and collect balloons and return them to children, and it's just really weird. I got an Aquasol S when I attempted both of those games. I have no desire to show any of these off, and since I can't find a proper list of what prizes are available, I see no reason to play around with that. If there are useful prizes, let me know. I will keep my a save state in this area, or well, around this area, so that I can, show that off if it becomes useful. I've never heard anyone talk about ultimate equipment or anything like that and reference these games. In fact, I've only seen it referenced kind of by someone who wrote into the maker of the strategy guide saying that you can go back now. If you remember, once we initially freed it, there was nothing there, and I mentioned that, though I don't think I went in there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So if I go over here, yeah. So there's Shivat. So down in the center should be Solaris, I believe. Unless that's the Thames. But yeah, this basically, as I've said multiple times, is the point of no return. That is the Thames. Okay. So let's just go to Shivat and we can kind of progress with the plot. There isn't really much else you can do. Just make sure that you've done everything else and things should go well. I'm going to mess around with my equipment here real quick and get Ellie, Satan, and Faye set up, and then I will be right back in the Queen's Chamber. Okay, so I lied. I actually decided it was a good idea now to go around and get as many death blows as I could, which basically means getting everybody's death blows except for Faye because, well, he has way too many and it just takes too long. And we can't learn Kokye until level 70 and Yamike until level 80. So based on level 64, not really necessary. By the way, I'm way over leveled. You don't need to be anywhere close to the levels I'm at. I grinded these out by fighting weaker enemies. I also picked up some additional magnetic coats while I was dicking around. Just so you know, when you get Emeralda here, she comes with up to Flying Arm, which is her XX attack, and the others you have to learn. Now, Tornado Hand, let me just check my notes here, is Wind Elemental, kind of obviously, and Dark Beast is Dark Elemental. Ray Count in between is non-elemental, which will become important later on. Not for any story purposes, just for certain battles. Anyway, the other character I have with me today is Chu-Chu. Mainly just to show you what Chu-Chu does. Now, Chu-Chu Idol. I got this in the same room that I got the Power Crisis and all those items in Shivat. Now, this item should always be equipped on Chu-Chu because it's Chu-Chu only, and basically what it does is increases inside a battle, not outside. 20% attack, defense, ether attack, and ether defense. So yeah, it is ungodly good how useful this item is. We don't have anything else that's specific to Chu-Chu at this point, though she does get other items that will make her a little more useful later in the game. I will go over those when we get them. I never went over that ability or that item when I got it. As you can see, Emeralda is quite powerful if you check out her stats next to Faye. Yeah, she's lower level and pretty much all of her stats are better. She is an incredibly good character. And she has not reached her full potential yet. I will go over that later as well. Now, so yeah, I just basically wanted to talk about that real quick, make sure we have all of Emeralda's stuff. She does have her gear, that's the other thing I wanted to go over, the Crescents, or however you pronounce it, yeah, there you go. Same one that she fought with down in Sargasso Point. Now, this gear, as you can see based on its stats, is awesome right now, and including her huge ether defense, which is nice, and she's fast. But I did have a few notes about the names of gears that I either have gone over and forgot about or haven't gone over yet. Now, Crescens has some kind of biblical reference that I was reading up on, but it doesn't really make any difference. It's not a huge, you know, reference to her character or the Gears character or anything like that. So it is there, just there's no real connection, so I don't particularly care about it all that much. Renmazu, based on a certain Chinese accent, can actually refer to the constellation or the mythological creature Sagittarius. I'm assuming Sagittarius is a creature. I can't remember. My Greek mythology needs work. And the only real reference here is that Sagittarius apparently are outspoken, which would align itself quite well with Billy's character, Renmazu, of course, being Billy's gear. The steer, Rico's gear, is German for bull, though I'm pretty sure I mentioned that when we got him. Vierge is, I don't remember noticing what language it was, but it's a reference to virgin. There's Ellie's gear. That's not any great significant point or anything like that. It just is what it is. Weltall is German for space, as in stars and planets, not like an open space. That doesn't really mean a whole bunch right now. And lastly, we have the city or country of Elru, which is where Domini is from. We have Kislev, Shivat, Nisan, and Ave. All are months on the Jewish calendar, according to my research there. So there's a lot of references to 12 in this game. We have the reference to the Jewish month, which I would guess there are 12. I don't actually know for sure. And then we have the 12 anima relics. And there's 12 of something else that I'm not sure if they've mentioned yet. I will go into greater detail about that later. But anyway, enough babbling. I will meet you with the Queen, and we can head into Solaris. I've already been to Shabbat. Okay, we're back. Now, once you've got everything prepped up and made a backup save file so that you can come back here if, for whatever reason you need to, you may say, let's go. Anyway, make sure your other characters don't have any accessories you want going in here, so I just give them armor and helmets and then unequip pretty much everything else except for Rico and Chu-Chu. Rico always has the speed ring and Chu-Chu always has the Chu-Chu idol. Yeah, and so Marie is going to transport us all there and then use her super powerful cannon in order to make this all go off, hopefully without a hitch. Oh, determined music. Love it. Alrighty then. She really does need a better spot to stand. You gotta think she's gonna fall over standing up there. Will you now? You do realize, Marie, your plan isn't to go there and blow up the city, it's to blow a hole in the shield so that the rest of us can get in. You gotta take a break after that, right? At least that's what I think the plan is. We found the barrier. Time to unleash the mighty cannon. Are we going to get through? Based on this music, we have to get through. There we go. Oh, I guess Marie isn't just going to leave afterward. We're all pretty much in at this point. So why don't we just bring every single one of our characters and just storm the place? Because that would not work very effectively. Actually, based on what we see inside, that wouldn't really work all that effectively. And we're upside down right now. That's confusing. Of course, it's dangerous to be well prepared and basically ready to take down anyone. Let's go in smaller groups so that when they do catch us, we'll be basically hooped. Yeah, basic RPG logic. Can't break character sizes. Oh, look at that. Hammer's still around. We haven't seen Hammer in many hours. I have no idea what he's been doing, but presumably he's been on the ship somewhere. Actually, He's probably hanging out next to Rico's gear if you go into the, wherever that place is, into the gear hangar of the Yggdrasil. What for? Oh, so we're afraid that they're going to be able to take us all down, even though we've proven that pretty much none of their gears stand a chance against any of us. Okay, I guess they are running away. Go figure. Anyway, now we have access to this group and we have to walk upside down. I don't know how the, okay. You'll get used to it. Yeah, no doubt. So they made their gravity the reverse of the planet, which likely they were based from originally. Why? This doesn't make any sense. Yeah, let's go get some information. Anyway, let's check out how we're all set up here. Wizardry ring on Faye until he learns something, and then he will get the battle apron. Satan is a powerhouse with the long dark coat. And Ellie has got the new dark rod that I got, which is better than pretty much anything else I've been using. I probably get rid of that lunar rod now. I probably won't use it anymore. And yeah, it's more powerful, so I might as well use that. And Ether Doubler, pretty much everything else is standard. Everyone has what you would expect on magnetic coats, and she's set up in this way to maximize her agility while still having a decent amount of power. So yeah, let's take off now. Let's go over here. Ah, there we go. It's kind of awkward viewing things this way. Don't worry, it doesn't stay like this for very long. Have you now? Might as well. Yeah, so how are we going to do that? Could we now? And he's gone. Yeah, Faye, again, not so bright. He got himself lost within about 30 seconds. So, yeah, Faye, unfortunately, is kind of screwing the pooch on this one. So yeah, all that planning and, you know, specific party members had to go in, and we're already split up. Hey, save point. And upside down Faye. And there we go. Now the camera finally flips around. I don't even know why they put that in there, really. It doesn't seem to be all that interesting. But anyway, we now have access to the save point. So let's ignore the save point and let's get out of here and see what the plan is. Yeah, this city is weird, and that's exactly what we've done. We have arrived at the city. What can't you handle anymore? Yeah, that sounds like a horrible existence. And he's being held through invisible string by a computer flying robot thingy. And he's killed. Well then, I don't want to piss anybody off in this place. I can't go over that way. Now each of these little pads leads to a different section. Can I talk to you? No. There's different people we can talk to, and there's different areas we can go up to. Anyway, this is the third class, the Worker Bee. If you kind of look at those blue things in the background there, the triangles, it's supposed to be kind of like a honeycomb. And so yeah, that's the Worker Bees, third class citizens, the lowest of the low class. And of course everybody wants out of here. Can I get up here? Sure. All of them have weird different numbers, and they all take you to different places to talk to different people. Rearranged. Okay then, let's get out of here. The people around here all seem kind of on edge, though I kind of understand. That makes a lot of sense. We can't really go to a whole lot of the different areas around here. Oh. Apparently he's got rearranged. I guess he got moved, or... who knows? This place is weird. I think we need to get out of here ASAP. Let's do what we need to do and get going. Alright, we talked to you. What about you? I guess I don't. At least not right now. I'm assuming they're talking about the guy that they just killed. So the entire block apparently has, like, it's not like the individual people have a rank within the lower rank. It seems like the entire block based on the actions of all the people within there. So I guess they're trying to promote unity and them working together, though when people get discontent, not really helping. Alright, let's pop up here. Each of these only leads to one specific little room. Ah, there we go. This will be a good end to the video here. Timothy! If you remember, Timothy was one of the guys from Lahan at the beginning of the game. The one that got killed, Alice's, fiance. Yeah. So that explains why Faye is interested there. Who is this guy, anyway? Oh, so he was actually one of the guys in the tournament. I don't think we actually fought him, but we may have. I can't remember. But yeah, so he's there, and now he's been captured by Solaris. Oh, so that must have been what happened to that other guy. It's not that he just got moved, he got rearranged. He got brainwashing and amnesia, which explains what probably happened to Sigurd at one point. Oh, so yeah, the process isn't perfect, which would explain why Sigurd still has his memories and why he wanted to escape as soon as the brainwashing part wore off. Well, that sucks. What about it? Oh, so you're ready to escape too. Oh, so he has a pass and he can get through. Sounds like a good idea. And for whatever reason, because he recognizes me and he's pretty much alone here, yeah, it sounds like a good idea. That's the spirit. Female Gepler officer. Yeah, that sounds like Ellie. We should probably go search for her. And yeah, she's just in another one of these rooms. So as soon as you agree to that, we now need to go find Ellie, which just means we keep exploring the city. But that's going to do it for this episode of Let's Play Xenogears. Next time, we're going to continue going through here and attempt to find Ellie. And this is a dust chute. We'll deal with that much later. So anyway, that's all for this one, and I'll see you guys next time.